What's good, y'all? It's King, man. I'm coming at y'all with this Moan for 3 Vortex Maps gameplay. I'm thinking they're going to be adding a new game mode to Season 1 or new maps. I'm hoping so. This is going to be a reaction video to Mr. Dalek JD. Like I said, what I mentioned in the other video, this man is the Zombies Go. He's the one that brings us all the exclusives, so I'm just putting my 2 cents in pretty much. Y'all know I got a strong promise for the Zombies, man. It's doing really good. Like I said again, I'll be leaving the link down in the description of his channel. And yeah, man, I just want to take my take on it.
I've got exclusive gameplay in this video of the new Modern Warfare 3 zombie reskinned maps. Sledgehammer have completely reskinned some of the multiplayer maps into zombified remakes. And I'll be going through all of them, showing you exclusive gameplay, as I got to capture these at Sledgehammer Games when I visited them at the start of December ahead of Season 1. I'd love to know your thoughts about these zombified reskinned maps in the comment section down below, and especially on your thoughts on if they should bring the Onslaught mode from Cold War into this game and put them on these maps, because these maps look like they could all be round-based zombies maps on their own. There are 3 maps in total, so we'll start with the first one, which is Scrapyard. Now, all of these maps are going to be coming to the...
Okay, man. First things first. Zombie people getting left again. They adding way more to multiplayer and Warzone. Don't get me wrong, I've been on that Warzone too, but I'm a zombie player. I'm a zombie player. But bro, this is beautiful. Like, look at the spores and stuff in the air. This would kind of remind me of the Dark Ether. But then he did say this would be cool for an onslaught map, stuff like that. If y'all don't know, go back to his channel. He got some older videos on the Cold War playing on the onslaught mode. It was cool, don't get me wrong. You just it's kind of like round based in a sense, where you just doing little objectives throughout the map, and you have to complete the objective stuff by this orb, and then they get harder and harder, and then they have like different multipliers to make the zombies harder, but also help you in a sense. Like, it's a pretty cool mode, but I don't think they need to necessarily bring it to here. Just do something with more with the map. I mean, this is beautiful if they did bring it. So it could be a thing that it does do it though. Onslaught will be lit though. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like they just need to continue doing what they're doing with what's the map name? Yaste or whatever the
the game on January 3rd. So depending on when you're watching this video, these might already be out or they're just about to come out, but this is all part of a limited time mode called Vortex. This is a free-for-all mode where one player spawns in with the infamous ray gun, which is a one-shot weapon, and whoever eliminates the operator with the ray gun becomes the new owner of the ray gun. Now, immediately seeing Scrapyard like this, it just screams Dark Ether. Like, everything about the color palette, especially with the
bro, that is beautiful. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
fact that all the foliage on the ground is blue like the Dark Ether crystals, and then looking up in the sky we have floating jellyfish. There is no doubt in my mind that this is 100% set in the Dark Ether or meant to look like it, because it just looks absolutely amazing. This is a map reskin on steroids. Like, it feels like the map's almost been recreated, because there's so much different about the map visually to the original, but it looks straight out of D Machine from Cold War when you go into the Dark Ether. Like, it just has that look about it. And
I dropped a video about them bringing some Cold War mechanics back into this. It would be good, but I'm hoping they just don't play like it. Still keep this engine with just, I guess, the onslaught mode.
spoke to one of the developers and I said how incredible this map looked, and I asked if it was supposed to look like the Dark Ether from Cold War, and they just sort of smirked. They didn't really say anything. So it's just a crazy surprise to see this, and this to me just screams that this is the perfect visual reskin for this to be its own zombies map. If it was a round-based experience, or if it was an onslaught experience,
If it was still round-based, I still play it.
Taking down waves and waves of zombies on multiplayer maps, like, this is just so perfect for it. And it's crazy that this is a limited time thing. These won't be in the game forever, but it's so evident that the developers put so much time and love and attention into reskinning these maps that I really hope this isn't the last we see see of these zombie map reskins. But we'll move on to the next one, which I think is the most visually exciting, and that is Quarry, which is now renamed as Satan's Quarry. And the moment that we start here, this just looks unrecognizable from the original map. Like the fact we have these chains leading us to hell in the sky, along with the
They giving all the glory to multiplayer, bro. Y'all gotta do something for us for the zombies, man. Everybody, I'm sure, is already done with Act 4. Everybody's already done. They need to go ahead and put Act 4 out and go ahead and get us ready for this onslaught, man. Cause this would definitely give us something to do. Another option just to level up guns and stuff like that. Or just like how they did the altar for tier 4, tier 5. Hey, let this be tier 6. Just an onslaught mode edition. But the more that you play it, you know, to see if you want to leave at round 5 or, you know, risk out for more rewards or something, man.
fact that every cinder block around Quarry has been replaced with a lava infused magma slabs with all these cracks in it and lava. It just looks like something out of transit. Like, it just looks absolutely incredible. There's just so many visual changes to this map from the original that it just doesn't feel like Quarry whatsoever. And I think that comes down to the fact that because of this demonic hellish setting, it makes the visibility of the map a little weaker. It's harder to see players from a distance, but I think you're just going to be in
I don't think it'd be that bad.
How gorgeous this map is to even realize or notice that fact. But that's the one thing that I
this map is sick.
But that's the only negative I see to this map. Visually, it just looks absolutely insane. And
y'all gotta show love for zombies, bro. Like, y'all gotta come on, bro.
Inside of a zombies mode. Like, I don't think there's ever been a zombies map except maybe some
I ain't even peeped them chains
where you could say that they were anywhere near close to having a map set in hell itself. But this could be incredible for a zombies map in the Dark Ether. Like, this looks amazing. Like, they literally took the Pack-a-Punch camo from Mob of the Dead and reskinned the
just sprayed it all over the map.
But as I mentioned, there are 3 maps in total, so we got one more, and this is a reskin of Rust, which is now called Tetanus. And rather than this having a zombies theme, like primarily,
this look like they ain't finna have zombies, they finna have aliens. I don't know. This one look kind of crazy.
A zombies theme, this instead really gave me heavy vibes of if Rust was set in Infinite Warfare, because rather than it having a full zombie skin, it felt more like a futuristic dystopian version of Rust that was set on a planet that was orbiting a massive moon. Like, the moment you look up in the sky,
this do look like its own little moon map.
Gigantic moon, but the map has a green tint to it, but all of the pipes have been completely redesigned and remodeled now to have these sort of futuristic pipes rather than it being the steelworks that we are normally used to seeing with Rust, making it feel like this is set on like a desolate planet where there is some sort of futuristic space station being developed here, more so than it being a zombies map. But you do have the atmosphere of like all these grains of rock and ash that are floating in the air, which really just makes you question, where on earth are we? And I don't
bro, they need to show love to zombies, bro. I'm kind of salty, I ain't lying.
think this is on Earth, but I think this is extremely cool for them to do, especially in a Modern Warfare game, to kind of really go off the rails and just have fun with it rather than keep everything so accurate to the Modern Warfare theme. But because it's set in this weird part where it seems like there is some sort of sun setting, but it's not quite, and there's also some sort of storms happening in the sky as well, we've got this really cool balance of different atmospheric things happening, along with a slightly darker lighting set on the map. So the visibility is still my favorite, just because that screams Dark Ether with the jellyfish, with the blues and the greens. And it would be really cool to see some of this visual representation here of the colors and the way it looks incorporated somehow into some sort of zombies that we see next year from Treyarch. But
yes, bro, they gotta do something for us. Treyarch, I can't even complain. This is one of the best Modern Warfare they've ever put out in a long time. Like, this is so well put together. Like, I'm liking that they taking their time producing all of this. They're not quick in a hurry just to throw out a new Call of Duty. I know there's another one coming out sooner towards the end of the year, but people is still gonna be on this, bro. They just got to take their time. Just keep, keep them coming, man.
I just can't believe that in total, these 3 maps are going to be in the game for about 2 weeks, and then they're going to be gone forever. These are really beautiful reskins
2
of
weeks.
these maps, and especially with the fact that they are zombified reskins as well to tie in with the mode with the ray gun. It really makes you question if this is the only time we're going to see this, if there aren't more map reskins that are in the works, or if this is going to be part of some sort of bigger thing where we may eventually one day see these become Onslaught maps. I just think it's such a shame that
I agree, man. If this is just gonna be here for only 2 weeks, bro, they're not just gonna do this just because. They ain't finna just give maps just because. This is gonna be some. I think he right for sure. This is definitely gonna be an onslaught. It's gonna be sick though. But they just gotta make a promise, and we need to be more rewarded. Like the tier 4, tier 5, how the reward system is it is cool, but just giving schematics for 5, I know it's hard, but yeah, I gotta make it just something. Some titles, some emblems, something. But hey man, I just wanna give y'all my take, man. Like this is looking very promising again. But Trey needs to start showing some love to zombies or make a Call of Duty zombies only. Nothing but zombies content. Don't get me wrong, all Call of Duty have only focused on multiplayer or maybe the campaign, but we need something zombified too. All zombie Call of Duty, bro. But y'all should share this with your friends, your cousins, everything. It's been King, man.